Hey man, say man, what's the play, man? Season 3, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. You know what I'm saying? Live and direct with one of the few people that, you know what I'm saying, he hasn't been on the platform, but I see him every week when he shows up to the events, you know what I'm saying? Currently we're at Club Lit every Friday, you know how it's going down. But for folks that don't know, who do we have here today?
That boy Joe, man, you can find me on all, social media platforms, That Boy Joe. Rough Road Records, That Boy Joe on YouTube. That's my YouTube page.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you coming in and sitting down with us, my man.
Yeah, appreciate you having me.
You know, a little razzle dazzle, you know what I'm saying? On a bright Saturday morning, I feel like this is like the first week of summer. You know, in Lubbock, we kind of skip spring and sometimes we skip fall, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it went straight from winter straight to summer, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell yeah, and it's dusty as fuck too.
Dusty the motherfucker. I was driving down one street yesterday and that bitch just went from like clear skies to orange.
Yeah, y'all make sure to take your allergy medicine.
No, real talk. You know what I'm saying? So where you from, my boy?
Man, I'm from Lubbock, but I went to school in Abernathy, a little bit north. You know what I'm saying? I graduated in 2015, and then I've been in Lubbock since 2015.
Okay. Is Abernathy still a part of the 806?
Yeah, it's part of 806. It's in between. It's both counties, Hell County and Lubbock County.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the 806. Yeah.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? So I guess even from I was about to say from the outside looking in, but you have been here for a little while.
It's only like 24 miles north.
Okay, that ain't even far at all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In Dallas, we consider all that the Dallas Metroplex. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that's 806.
Yeah, for real. So I say, tell me some of the similarities and differences between Abernathy and Lubbock.
Oh, Abernathy is small. The neighborhood in Lubbock, south side, north side, whatever side, is bigger than the whole city over there. You know what I mean? There only probably like 2,000-3,000 people over there.
Oh, for real?
Like, yeah, maybe 4. Like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Compared to the 250,000 people we got here in the city. So, it's way smaller, way different. Everyone's all friendly, you know what I'm saying? Everyone says hi, you driving down the road. It's a friendly ass city, you know what I mean?
How many high schools y'all got?
Just one. One high school, one elementary.
One high school, one elementary.
Yeah.
One elementary.
One elementary.
So everybody knows everybody.
Everybody know everybody. I graduated with like 45 people.
Ooh, that shit crazy. You know how many people were in my graduating class?
Probably hundreds.
No, it was like 1,200 people.
Yeah, see,
in my graduating
that's crazy. Waited forever, huh? Yeah, see, I couldn't do it.
That shit wild, the bitch. You know what I'm saying? So speaking of Abernathy, or you can even give me for the 806. One of the questions I do like to ask. Give me your Abernathy, or give me your 806 starter pack for 2023. Have you ever seen the starter pack meme?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got the 4 squares that you stereotypically associated with a city, or what do you need to survive in a city? So, you know what I'm saying, from the outside looking in, what I need to survive or you know what I'm saying, deal with in Abernathy?
Man, I feel like you need, a starter pack for any year, man. You gotta have a vehicle, a job, let's see, shit, I don't know. Nowadays, you gotta have some type of a hustle. You gotta make money, you know what I mean? And shit, I don't know. Starter pay, you gotta have some wheels. You gotta have a place to live. You gotta have a job and money. You know what I mean? Like,
but that's kind of in general. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is in general.
So I kind of came up with the question because everywhere I go, right, they know I ain't from there. By the way I move, the way I talk. You know what I'm saying? Even how I handle myself. So let me get the
people
specialized.
People from Abernathy typically look like me. You know what I mean? I'm one of them individuals that just didn't kind of fit in. You know what I'm saying? In my city, anyhow. So I guess my starter pack would be way different than over there. Over there's real country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pickup trucks, cowboy boots, cowboy hats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Real southern wear. You know what I mean? Like not what you see me wearing on the daily.
Yeah, you on that bitch like you from the city in that bitch.
I am from the city, you know what I mean? Like, my people grew up right off Buddy Holly, right there down from the streets from the club, right there off like 21st and Avenue K.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where I was at the majority of the time growing up, even after, you know what I mean, after school, growing up. I was in Lubbock. My people were from here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been around a lot. I just didn't get going until I moved up here. You know what I mean? I didn't really start taking the rap serious to 2020.
Yeah.
And then the pandemic hit unexpectedly, so it just threw everything out of whack. You know what I mean? I had plans and shit got in motion, and then shit kind of just.
One of the questions that I haven't asked this question in a long time, but one of the questions I always asked during the pandemic was, do you actually believe in the COVID-19?
Man, that's a hard question because the family members died from it. You know what I'm saying? People died from it, and so it's like, to say it's real or not real is kind of, it's not for me to say, but I do know it's something killed them, you know what I mean? And whether it's COVID or just the type of the flu that, you know what I mean, was a little stronger, they just rename it, whatever.
Yeah.
But whatever the case may be, you know what I mean, they was killing our people for a reason, you know what I mean?
No, that's real.
Whoever it was, you know what I mean? It didn't matter. Everyone was getting hit. And the elderly and the young, you know what I mean? Which to me means that you know what I mean, they're trying to kill off the ones that been here and know better, and they're trying to kill off the ones probably that are the future, you know what I'm saying?
No, that's real.
Because the ones that are our age and in the middle already like kind of stuck and focused and stuck in our ways. Like everybody's stuck in their ways, ain't no one really, you know what I'm saying? Technology getting better, but humans are the same. Like,
you know what I'm saying? You
Evolution,
think the same,
you know
or we getting worse than this bitch? You know what I'm saying?
And then the vaccines and all these things are supposed to make us better, and you need 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? Vaccines, you need boosters, you need all these things. What's really making you sick? You know what I mean?
That's
Maybe
real.
everything we eat.
That's real too. So you alluded to earlier that you kind of started doing music during the pandemic. Like, why?
Well, it was like 2019. I started, was like, man, I'm about to take it serious because I've always made music.
Yeah.
Like, you go to my SoundCloud, that boy Joe on SoundCloud. It's all one word, no spaces.
Yeah.
You see that the people that way back like 7-10 years ago, you know what I mean, I was putting tracks out on SoundCloud, so you'll see that I've always tried to make music, but I didn't start like releasing like on digital platforms until like the end of 2019.
What made you kind of start taking it seriously?
Man, I was just like, I gotta do something with myself, you know what I mean? Like, I was just working and, you know what I mean, really didn't feel like I had no purpose, and I was like, maybe music is where I'm supposed to be at, what I'm supposed to be doing. So that's what I started doing in 2019. I started buying beats, you know what I'm saying, making songs, and I got songs that I made from then that I'm barely releasing now. Like, I just dropped on the 14th, so a couple days ago on Friday or Thursday night, and that shit it's called Looks Deceived. Has me, Young Saint, and Lil Creeps, and we all on that. And I barely dropped that. I barely released that, so everyone can go check that out.
I'm saying shout out to Lil Creeps. You know what I'm saying? I kind of met you through him. You know what I'm saying? Type shit.
Hell yeah.
So like one of the questions that I asked somebody in Dallas that recently did an interview recently, and I feel like it would still be the same here. Go ahead and speak about the plight of, like, I guess being a Mexican or Latino within hip hop. Like, I've heard people say it's more difficult.
To be,
you know what I'm saying? Or like even here, like y'all feel discounted on a certain level.
It's like I feel like they don't take us as serious sometimes, due to the fact that it's kind of out of our culture, so to say.
You feel so?
But just stereotype wise, like most people don't think Mexicans got real cold bars, you know what I mean? But there is some a lot of essays out there that are cold in the game, you know what I mean? Especially right, you know what I mean, here from Texas, you know what I mean? You got like D-Baby, the Mexican OT, and all these other cats that are coming up, you know what I mean? Bo Bundy, all type of artists that are here in Texas, you know what I mean? So I feel like when it comes to being Hispanic, it's really, you know what I mean, to me, in the city, there's probably so many Hispanic artists that are not even heard of because there's just so many of us out there. Yeah. But I, for one, you know what I mean, in 2019 was like, I want to take this shit serious. I want the whole city to know me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Eventually. Like, you And that's why on my song, Way Up, that I dropped in 2020, I say some shit like, back, last year they didn't know me or some shit like that. Like, I'm trying to get.
So tell me a little bit more about the cypher that y'all got coming up. Are you gonna be a part of that?
Well, I'm a part of putting it together. I don't know if I'm gonna hop on and spit a verse or not, but
Man, you gotta show them the 8, man. You gotta show them the 16 or 13 or wherever they at with it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I've thought about it, but if I get on it, you know what I'm saying? I just don't. I don't know. I just don't feel like last year we put one on, and we had some good artists on there. I feel like, but there was a lot of upcoming artists, and some of them had never stepped foot in a studio at all.
Yeah.
And I recorded most of them, well, all of them except for like one.
Oh, so you record your tracks?
Yeah, I record most of my stuff and try to mix it myself or send it to someone and, you know what I mean, pay the fee for mixing and mastering. But yeah, I usually just record myself because I have all the good stuff to make decent quality. Well, all my songs are pretty much good quality, and I had dropped my album in 2021 in December, Weighing on Me, and that was all produced by Matt Chavez.
Yeah.
MC Audio or whatever he go by. I haven't really talked to him in like a year or two, but since he did my album. But yeah, my album, when I dropped that, you know what I mean, that's really whenever I stopped, like, I was like, I could probably just mix it myself.
Yeah.
Like, I was already recording myself and sending tracks out. So I was like, why can't I just try mixing myself?
That's real.
So that's what I started doing lately. That like on that song I just dropped, Looks Deceived, I mixed and recorded all of that with all my equipment. At my last place, because I've already moved like twice since we recorded that. I recorded it like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I barely released it, you know what I mean, this month.
So in the day and age that we live in, do you still believe in dropping a project, or do you feel like singling them down is the way?
Nah, I feel like you need a project. You need some motion, really, like some big motion. You know what I mean? You need to give the you know what I mean, the supporters really what they trying to get, and that's like a variety, a selection of songs, like whether it's shit that, you know, for the club or shit just to cruise and chill by your lonely, or just to enjoy on a ride to wherever, or just to cruise. You know what I mean? Just different. They want a whole selection, not just the same shit. You know what I mean? Over and over. Which they might want the same thing over and over, but me personally, I don't. You know what I mean? So I like a selection of sound. You know what I mean? Whether it's real hype or real mellow, just, you know what I mean? If the song's good, it's good. You know. So.
That's real.
That's how I try to make my music. Just good music, real music, you know what I mean? Nothing that.
What's it like in the studio?
Shit.
Do you write down your songs, or the freestyle, or how do you go about it?
Most of the time, the hook starts probably with a freestyle, but from there I just start writing. I mean, I write the verses. I try to write the hooks, but the hooks to me are a little bit harder to come up with when I'm trying to write, and it's easier to just probably freestyle a line or two and then just go from there, start writing. But yeah, the studio process, I usually write alone or record alone, and most of the time do most shit alone unless a homeboy or two comes and wants to push the button for me, you know, while I'm recording, or if they get on the song with me. But not too many people know how to work the softwares or the computer, you know what I mean? It's real simple once you know, but most people don't know.
Yeah, man.
But I've been messing with it since I was, I don't know, like 14 years old. My older cousin put me on to music, and since then I just kept it rolling.
So what else can we expect from you this year?
This year, just
Music,
more shows,
projects,
more
videos.
projects and videos. I'm trying to get more features, and more. Can you give me that line? More features, and I'm trying to get on more people's songs. I'm trying to get people to feature me on their songs, because I feel like I could bless anyone's track really with a verse, you know what I mean, or whatever they want. You know what I mean? But really, the city don't really like working together. You know what I mean? Like, they know unity, and so everyone's like competing. But me, I'm just doing my thing. You know what I mean? They could put me first, second, third, last, wherever they want to place me. But that ain't gonna stop me from how I'm gonna grind to.
I'm glad that you
work harder.
Up.
You know?
Because I was gonna say, in a city that has so much talent, why do you feel like Lubbock or the 806 kind of hasn't got the claim or gone to the heights that it kind of can?
Yeah, it hasn't elevated to where it should be, because there ain't no unity. There's a lot of animosity towards one another. You know what I mean? Amongst artists, you know what I mean? Everyone always thinks, you know what I mean, someone better than the other, or they're the best. You know, which really is all that big-headed shit. You know, it's cool. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. You got to. Even if you're not, you gotta tell yourself you is, just due to the fact that that's what your goal is. You know what I mean? You want to be the best, eventually, one day. But to try to rub it in people's face and make them feel like they ain't good at all, that's where I feel like if you ain't the best, you shouldn't really be saying that shit and making people feel like they ain't nothing. Cause I know a lot of unknown people that probably go harder than me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I really feel like it ain't about how good you are in the city. It's like who you know, how many people you know in this city. But that's why you gotta go and branch out, you know what I mean? Do shows a little bit here and there, you know what I mean? Like, I went to Kerrville in 2021, did a show, opened up for, I did the show for Just In Case. He put the show together, and I opened up for, who do you have headlining? Kirko Bangs and Lil Flip.
Yeah.
He had them headlining, and I opened up for them. You know what I mean? I seen them shoot their hands or whatever, talk to them, took a couple pictures with them. But shit, I've opened up for Kirko when I wasn't even nothing. My homeboy Saint, you know what I mean? Whenever, you know, right?
All right, so one of the questions I love to ask, because it kind of lets me know where people at, and I learn new artists, you know what I'm saying? Every time I do ask this question, but I love to ask the question because I feel like the standings do change over time. You know what I'm saying? Some people might have been working at a certain time, some people might have come into the game and start working now. So let me get your top 5, and we'll do Hispanic artists of the 806.
Man, my top 5 Hispanic artists, man, I think I'd say like Lil Creeps, Lil Robbie, Mr. I think me, myself, personally. I don't even know who a fifth one would be. Shit. You know, if I like Kid Crazy, probably, you know what I mean? Ville or someone, you know what I mean? Ville, yeah. I think that'll probably be top 5, somewhere around those lines. You know what I mean? I have to throw myself in there because I really don't even know that many people in the city on the cool, you know what I mean? Like, more people know me than I know them, so it's just how it be going sometimes, you know, but yeah.
So on our way out, you know what I'm saying, somebody popped up in a time machine from 1947.